Yes, it has in fact been at least 2 weeks since I've recorded a video. I wasn't sure whether I should actually mention this, but the reason for this is, in fact, because I've been having an issue with my laptop's keyboard. One of the keys on the keyboard, and a very important one as well, is loose, and it's very annoying to have to like press it and then try to fix the key after having pressed it. In terms of main quest, Wind of Change, complete a Ride the Lightning mission in a Power 28 plus zone. Okay, well, Ride the Lightning is already my favorite mission type, so you don't have to make this a quest epic. I would just do this anyways. Okay, can I 25 each? Absolutely, I can. 25 of all the research stats here, the fort stats. That's good. In terms of survivor squads, I don't remember what I was doing last time I was here. That's enough of that, I think. Let's go straight to Plankerton's map. Ride the Lightning. Is there 28 zone? So I guess only the 4-player one. I was hoping for something like a 28 zone non-alert, so something that would just be very easy. But fine, I guess I'll just do this one. I have to deal with a mini boss, acid pools, healing death burst, and fire elemental enemies. And I guess that this might be a good time to mention this as well. So during Plankerton, as you get to the Power 28 plus zones, and this will happen later as well, but a lot of missions above Power 28 will have elemental enemies. In most cases, you can see it with the mission modifiers. Like this one is a firestorm, and this one over here is a ice storm, and this one way up here is a lightning storm. So that there are elemental enemies, and this whole thing ties in with a system of weapon elements and like which building materials to use. It's kind of a, I wouldn't say complicated, but it's a thing you'll want to learn earlier rather than later, right? I'm gonna have to want something that's not this. This was not very good to use last time, and I didn't enjoy this one either. So I recycle both of those, and then I will make my actual silver wraith here. I should have actually checked if I could make that energy first. I don't think I can. So let's just double check that. No, I absolutely cannot afford that. Okay. I Yeah, that's right. I recycled the weapons that were in my hotbar. Well, I'm not gonna need that anymore. I'll grab that and that. What even are these exclamation marks? Because that's not mission related. Oh, uh, event quest thing. I'm not doing those. We've played Ride the Lightning missions multiple times throughout the series, so I'm not gonna have to go into much detail about how things work. I'm gonna try to see if I can get 4 blue glow before the before actually finding the van. I don't have to like find the van and then figure out blue glow. I am building a brick. I need to rethink that. I wasn't gonna fully explain elements in this video because in editing I will have already done the an elemental chart image that I found on Google Images. So I'll briefly explain things here though. So in my case, I have Firestorm, which means that a lot of elemental enemies that I see in this mission will be fire elements. Yeah, so the game doesn't actually explain it very well, but since in my case I have fire elemental enemies, I actually do want to build in metal. Reason for this is fire element enemies do actually do less damage to metal, but they do also deal more damage to wood. So keep that in mind if you find yourself building in wood very often. This thing that I'm building here is not important at all. That was the wrong key. Okay, in terms of traps, I do have some random stuff for once. Now, up top, all the way up here, I'm going to place two anti-airs. The reason why I build up this high is specifically just to protect from any attacks coming from really high up. This includes lobbers and flingers that will be throwing things over. You won't always have to do this, but I just find spending a bit more to get a bit more reassurance that it won't become a problem is a good thing. And it should be worth noted this is like kind of to the spec of where you can build. We can't build in here or anywhere lower. Okay, so what I'm doing here is kind of just closing off a couple spots. Actually, let's do that. So the path that they would walk here is actually quite narrow. Oh yes, I actually do need to level those up. Those two. Okay, that's something I should take note of, right? I'll do that later, probably. And so I'm placing them very specifically, facing in the west direction over here. So then enemies hit by them will go backwards. Otherwise, when you have a situation like this where you have the edge of the map here, you can place them facing this way so enemies will fall sideways off the edge of the map. I'm not going to use that. We should actually probably have used higher level. Okay, who did that? Where are you? Over there. Not cool. I'm gonna level up some of the stuff built in wood. Actually, I just realized the irony of me specifically saying that, like, because I have fire enemies, like, I don't want to, like, you wouldn't want to build in wood, and then I'm specifically building in wood. Reality is, I'm doing this because enemies are not going to be primarily trying to break these as much as they would be trying to break the actual walls around my defense. So a lot of the time you can get away with building like your tunnels or block off and other defense things in different materials. However, I'm not an expert, so don't like presume that is actually a fact and a recommendation because it's not. I am not an expert. I am just a normal person who plays this game very strangely because I don't play public sessions very often anymore, and I also just kind of prefer playing this game in a funnier way. Ow. Okay, give me those. Ow, again. Oh yeah, let's do that then. Uh, that's probably just at its core all right. Go away. Leave me alone. All right. That should be bare minimum. Okay. Why are you in there? There. So maybe nothing will get in there again. So now my walls, which are in fact base protected, I did place my base up there. You just can't see it because this game can't handle regular visual effects that it's been doing for several years. I already do have the blue glow, so let's just start the defense. Since my main mission is simply just to play Ride the Lightning, I don't actually have to do anything before I get on with the defense, which is always a good thing. So this mission will be doable within just the one mission. I just need to win. And that shouldn't be too hard when I have a spawn like this. Though I guess I guess I need to think about next wave as well. Because during the second wave they can spawn elsewhere. I also wasted impulse grenades just because I wanted to throw them. See, the drop traps are pushing them back. As I always say, this one near ramps. I would love to have had plasma pulse right now. I don't because I think I think base Kyle needs to be tier 3. Otherwise, he just doesn't have it, and I'm an idiot. But I'm pretty sure he does have plasma pulse. I think placing this wall here does kind of prevent some of the tires from the drop traps from falling down there. But that's fine. I just wanted to use this to stall them back. Should have tried to do wall launchers here, but I either don't have wall launchers or I probably wouldn't have been able to place them. Also appears I'm getting, what are these? Fire monster data gathered. Okay. That's just a thing from eliminating fire husks. I don't know anything more than that. Like I have no idea if there's even a benefit to doing that. Okay, now obviously with Ride the Lightning, spawns can change only after or only between waves. So, like wave 1 they were spawning down here, and now I can see they're not spawning down here. Instead, if I look at the map, they're spawning over here on the west. And this is probably that bad spawn I was expecting to get, right? Kind of. Yeah, it kind of is, like, it's not great. But I guess let's try to clear things out and then take a look. Let's also clear this encampment if possible. Quartz crystal, nice, gimme. I want it. I don't even think I've used that much quartz crystal throughout this entire series, and yet I keep trying to collect more. I have like 170 or something. Everything is shielded. And there's 2 healing nurse husks. I literally, like, I do not have the actual, like, strength to legitimately kill them. And that's probably because I'm below the power level of this zone. By, like, a fairly significant margin. I don't even know what exploded. Oh, it was a Teddy thing for the most recent quest line that I'm ignoring on this account. Okay, that took longer than it should have. That's whatever. 6 of 10 on the Fire Husk data thing. Maybe I could actually finish that by the end of the mission. Who knows? So I have enemies up here and down there. I'm thinking what I want to do is something that will block them along here that could make them go down. Or something that will kill them when they get here, and not the ones that are down there. And then something a bit closer to the data. Or not data, I was thinking Ride the Lightning. This is Ride the Lightning. I was thinking of Retrieve the Data. I cannot speak. That's probably alright. Now, for over here, I'm actually not entirely sure if I can just block this off and have them, like, go a different route. I'm gonna try it, though, just because I think it'd be funny if it worked. Now, what I need here is... because I actually kind of doubt my ability to just block them off from this path. I think what I want to do instead is just try to create a system that punishes enemies for trying to go this way, instead of just directly trying to block them off. This is probably super unnecessary, but I'm gonna do that anyways. Okay, so this just needs that layer. And then, so now any enemy that walks over here will take in a pretty good amount of damage, and they probably won't be able to break through all of this anyways. And then that should make enemies want to go this way, like down here. I will actually leave those ramps. And then what I want enemies to do is to walk, not in here, I don't want them in here. I want them, or I don't want enemies in here, I want them in here. Then, so in here, I'm just going to layer that enough so it's probably not going to be worth their time. And then it's just going to be a straight tunnel. And just like that, that's probably good enough. That's better. See, that is kind of like, it's not really making enemies want to walk that way. Instead, they are actually trying to walk down here exactly as I wanted them to. Probably could have done a little bit more. Hope that doesn't go bad. Why did I push them through the tunnel? Never do that, by the way. I was just trying to get through without getting touched by them. I also realized not only am I out of ammo there, but there's these really cool things. They're called ceiling traps. I may not have used them, but they're pretty important. And like I would highly recommend using them. Okay, if you're not going to attack that, then you can just use something else. Everything's going out of that. Everything's walking out. I'm scared. They're not even attacking it. Is the door preventing them from attacking it? Wait. Yes, it is. Oh my god. That's bugged again. Uh-oh. Great, even he's bugged by it. Wait, maybe I can use this to my advantage. Okay, so he might not be bugged by it. He's hitting that wall. He's also taking in practically no damage to this. In fact, that's doing absolutely nothing to him. Okay, this is going kind of horribly. But I suppose as long as these enemies don't get out of the tunnel, then that's probably fine, right? Or not. You know what? Healing Death Burst is the reason why they're getting out of this. I just remembered that. Healing Death Burst means that so as an enemy dies, the enemies close to it are getting healed. And Volcanic is just is one of the most annoying visual things that can ever happen in this game. So, like the screen shaking is actually bothering me. I don't know why I thought this tunnel would be enough. Considering healing Death Burst, I should have actually I should have thought about that a little bit more. And I probably would have gotten a better result if I did think about that. Oh well, if I can just hold them off for like 40 seconds. It appears to just take an eternity to just kill them, even with a shotgun. Can you please just die? Miniboss got so bored that he teleported over there. Nice one. How'd that work out for you? I'm not going to say that I won by miracle. I'm going to say that I won by sheer luck. This tunnel is actually, under normal circumstances, pretty good. I think it was kind of a mix of the somewhat low-level-ish traps for the zone, as well as the healing death burst that really did create that limitation, where even though I was killing enemies, like the regular husks, it was just healing the husky husks and the riot shield husks, which are the ones that I kind of would have hoped to kill a bit quicker. This wasn't a huge problem during wave 1 because I had the ceiling drop traps that were just pushing them backwards. Okay, in terms of rewards, level 4 loot, we got Survivor XP, Battle Pass XPs of a various kind, gold. Main quest gives me 3 active power cells. Weekly mission alerts gives me 500 tickets, 250 gold, 119,000 Battle Pass XP. Okay, cool. I don't actually want that. I'll take that though. But that was just like the one-time rewards for the mission. I don't actually want either of these that badly. And then, okay, now I have Fire Up, which is good for later. I can definitely find a way to use that. Just real quick, how much did it actually cost to do energy? 600 of each. I will never get that much. Actually, I will naturally be able to get that much eventually. I did want to actually, I want to make the drop trap tier 2, but I also don't want to spend all my schematic XP on that. And then I also wanted to make the ceiling electric field. That was weird. I want to make the ceiling electric field tier 2 as well. Let's go ahead and do that. And then I cannot afford to do anything except for make a green perk blue. But I think it looks like I can only do one, so I'm not going to. Right, so that's it for this episode. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded. That is kind of just my own fault. I'm not going to make any stupid excuse for it. That was just my own fault because of having the D key issue on my keyboard on my laptop. I'm just going to deal with that the way that I have been for a while. Next time we've got Pump Up the Volume, rebuild 2 Survivor Relays in successful missions in a 28 plus zone. That shouldn't be too hard, right? No, that can't be hard.